Sports Video Group's Jason Dachman. It's another episode of SVG On Demand. And in the sports production community, we've seen a lot of hybrid cloud solutions lately in terms of combining private with public cloud to create new workflows that simply wouldn't have been possible in the past. We're here at the Nutanix offices in New York City, and I'm with Gary Vickers of Nutanix. Gary, thanks so much for joining us. Really, really appreciate you taking the time.
Oh, thank you, Jason. Appreciate your time as well.
So at Nutanix, you guys are very focused on sort of making that on-prem and off-prem world a lot more seamless and creating solutions that are going to allow people to live in both worlds and exchange content a little bit more easier. So maybe tell me a little bit about how you guys are doing that and the vision that you guys have a little bit for how the media industry can embrace those workflows.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we've found in a lot of, in the especially traditional IT world and also going into the broadcast world is that things are very much siloed. So right now, especially in the broadcast world, you have things like a lot of PAM and MAM appliances, physical appliances that are out there, storage arrays that are out there, and the like. What we're trying to do is to take all those siloed, very physical appliances and make them as virtual as possible. So just abstract the entire infrastructure layer behind the scenes. So two things we've done within Nutanix. Number one, we've worked on our traditional hyper-converged platform where we can take all those traditional physical appliances, virtualize them, and bring them in as virtual appliances within our infrastructure. That allows a couple different things. Number one, it allows for flexibility. So number one, you don't have to have many different appliances out there to support your workflow that's out there. As well as number two, in case of any sort of disaster recovery, God forbid, the environment can automatically either heal itself and start that workload someplace else, or in the case of maybe an entire disaster completely, we can actually move that workload to someplace else in the environment. Then one step past that, rather than just focusing on the on-prem, we also go off-prem as well. So the Azures of the world, the AWS of the world, also our own Xi public cloud, we can actually take workloads and migrate them up to the cloud and also back again seamlessly. So we want to take the entire, let's go through and configure everything in terms of physicality and abstract the whole layer so nobody cares where their application's running, it's just running.
Right. And in doing so, you guys are, as I said, kind of combining that private and public cloud, making it a lot more working together, everyone gets along type scenario. Are you seeing more of that in the industry in terms of not having to decide one or the other, or even a multi-cloud private environment?
Yeah, we're definitely seeing that in the infrastructure that's out there or in the ecosphere that's out there. And we're seeing that we have to be a little careful the way we look at it because there are some customers that are out there that really take their content to heart. And they don't want that out in the public cloud, right? For security reasons and the like. So for those that are comfortable with AWS and putting their resources out there in AWS, we have seen that quite a bit, that people are putting those things out there. But the issue is, once it's out there, how do you know it's running as efficiently as possible? How do you know you're not overpaying for that expenditure? And how do you get it back if necessary? So that's one place that Nutanix can help out. So with our Xi Leap platform, we can, number one, put the applications out there or the infrastructure out there. With our Xi Beam platform, we can also tell you how much you're spending on that public cloud and also your on-prem as well to find out what the best fit, and if necessary, bring it back down with Xi Leap again.
And the Xi Leap platform has been a big deal for you guys. You guys see it as a pretty big game changer in the industry. So tell me a little bit about more what that can offer.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So Xi Leap is absolutely a game changer, like you mentioned. So there's really no other platform out there in the environment that can, number one, push things out as well as bring things back. To be completely candid, right now, Xi Leap allows us for disaster recovery. So if you have a workflow that's running right now in your ecosphere, in your infrastructure locally, we can do backups to the cloud and also disaster recovery. So if something happens locally on-prem, we can bring that back very quickly and bring up your resources and your workflows very, very nicely and very quickly. In the future, like I was mentioning before, we'll be able to do the seamless move up to the cloud and back. So typically moving up to something like an AWS isn't an issue. Bringing it back is the issue, because people like an Amazon does not want to release those resources back to
egress fees and everything.
Correct. So we take that and make it nice and seamless so that we can basically at a one click of the mouse, bring all those resources back on-prem.
Cool. Well, Gary, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Jason. I appreciate it.
Stay tuned to sportsvideo.org for more SVG on-demand reports in the coming months.